Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very hot afternoon, Tuesday afternoon for that matter, wherever you are, dear friends. Well, few things I want to talk about. Remember, on Thursday, it's going to be Chelsea Copenhagen. Tomorrow, a lot is coming up, but right now, a few things I just want to talk about with Chelsea and a little bit more on Manchester United because it concerns us. Yes, it concerns Chelsea. So quickly, let's get started. All right. Cole Palmer, dear friends, Cole Palmer's performances of late has been narrowed down to this man, Nicholas Jackson. Cole Palmer's performances has been narrowed down to this man, Nicholas Jackson. You can disagree with me, but it is a fact. These two guys have a chemistry they've been performing together with. And since Jackson lost form, even before his injury, Cole Palmer's performances dropped. Let me hear from you. What do you think? Oh yes, Cole Palmer is missing his relationship with Jackson on the pitch right now. I am just hoping that Jackson will return as soon as possible to partner him back because we need both on the pitch in the next 10 games. They get the best out of each other. These two players, they get the best out of each other and have a footballing chemistry. They both have a footballing chemistry after playing together for 18 months. Dear friends, it is a fact. You can doubt it and you can argue it out, but I'm telling you, Cole Palmer's situation right now is that he is missing Nicholas Jackson. Go back and watch all our videos. He's an important partner. Jackson is an important partner to Cole Palmer. Yes, and that explains, if you want to read out the form of Cole Palmer right now, you have to put into your consideration Nicholas Jackson's absence on the pitch of play. I will not say much about it. I just want to think of it. Oh yes, because we have few things we need to talk about in the next 6-7 minutes. I will not waste much time. Like I said to you, tomorrow there will be exclusive, including our coaches' press conference to you. But you see, people talking about Chelsea's stadium plans of late and have something to talk about right now. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something here. There's one player Chelsea bought in last summer, on loan, which right now he is ripe for Chelsea, which is Manchester United player, Javan Sancho. And the new owner has spoken about Javan Sancho's conditions with Chelsea. I am not surprised, but it looks like United are so broke. Even after having a new owner, they are so broke that even the food they are eating in their canteen, it's been calculated. It's been calculated. Listen to what Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the current owner, or is it owner or part owner of Manchester United, has to say about players like Jadon Sancho. Then we will know how low United has fallen. Listen to this. He said, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he said, for Sancho, who now plays for Chelsea, and we pay half of his wages, we are paying 17 million to buy him in the summer. Oh yes, from his parent club. They've still not finished paying. We are going to pay 89 million this summer for players we haven't signed. What he's trying to say is that players that they are still owing their parent company 89 million pounds. Even if we don't sign anyone this summer, we will have to write a check for 89 million, including Jadon Sancho. And Chelsea are going to be paying United, I think, 22 million pounds. It is what it is. You see, a lot of errors were made or committed. It's business. You lose, you gain. Chelsea was in similar situation a few months back or a few years back. Players like Sancho were prospects. They were prospects, and at the time they were buying them, they see them like players that could develop into world class. I mean, that even if they want to resell, they will be making hundreds of millions of pounds. Like what Chelsea is buying right now. Prospects. We bought Christopher Nkunku how much? Over 60 million pounds. Right? Now, if we want to sell Christopher Nkunku tomorrow, we might not get the same value. Because his performances are deep down. They are beginning to lament about Jadon Sancho and some other players in United, because in the next summer there's going to be a clearing. They have to clear a lot of players from United in order to rebuild. Jadon Sancho is on a high wage. His wages is over £200,000. But United are still paying part of his wages while Chelsea is paying part, though he's playing full-time football for Chelsea. It's part of the loan agreement. Of course, we have Raheem Sterling with Arsenal. Chelsea are still paying his wages or his salaries. It is part of the business deals. You just want to ship the player out, thinking he might get a good playing time somewhere and regain his form. And so you want to be paying part of his wages or salary. Otherwise, the player will remain with your club. And you will not be performing. You will be losing more, you know. It is what it is, different. Now, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the restructuring of Manchester United right now. Okay, now let's go here. You see, this continues down to even the stadium development of Manchester United. But before we get to that, let me show you this. Chelsea ownership. We understand they are not the same owners of Chelsea pitch. I think I explained this a few months back or a year ago. United want to build new stadium. Chelsea also in the process of building new stadium. But ladies and gentlemen, let me show you the difference here. Why Chelsea is going to find it difficult to build a new stadium elsewhere. Manchester United right now, they want to build 100,000 seater capacity stadium. They want to build a new 100,000 seater capacity stadium. And as it stands right now, plans are far advanced for that. Plans are far advanced for that. Right? Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the redevelopment plans that he's gotten, with all the financial constraints that United have, they still want to invest in a huge stadium. Yes. They still want to invest in this stadium as we are seeing there. In our own club, Chelsea, are we in a position to invest in a stadium like this right now? The answer is yes and no. And let me explain why quickly. If Chelsea want to redevelop Stamford Bridge right now, the best option. But the seating capacity, how much can we get? Highest 60,000. And if Chelsea want to move out to a new site, where do we go? You see, people kept talking about Chelsea's stadium plans and moving to a new place to build a larger capacity like Manchester United are planning right now. But, well, the truth is that we either expand Stamford Bridge to its current limited possibility, approximately 60,000 capacity, or we move the stadium to a new site. But listen, I personally, I would love to know where people think we can move to. Yes. If there is any legitimate suggestion of places that Chelsea can move to right now, be it in the west of London, southwest of London, That will make sense. And I would love to hear it. But trust me, the usual place that we all know about, Elscott, which is the site for many years, even under Abramovich, Chelsea wanted to move to. If that is the usual place you want to move to, then ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to say that Elscott right now, as it is, has been sold. Elscott, that deal is already dead. Unless, now listen. You see, currently as we speak, Elscott, that site was sold to a property developer for £245 million in 2019. After this new ownership took over, right? No, just around then, before the new ownership took over, that site was sold. Roman Abramovich tried to negotiate to buy it. That was the place earmarked for Chelsea's redevelopment. But in 2019, it was sold to a redeveloper. Hammersmith and Fulham Council are actually ready to approve the site for Chelsea Stadium only if Chelsea can give or can repay back the estate to the redeveloper. Now, the challenge that Roman Abramovich faced then was Chelsea pitch ownership, which I encouraged you some time ago to own a right in the Chelsea pitch owners. Chelsea Football Club, the name Chelsea. It is the pitch owners that bears that name. The owners of the ground, the football pitch. So for Chelsea, in order for Chelsea to move to a different site, it's two things. Either they have to change the club's name from Chelsea to a different name, or they'll have to buy the pitch from the ownership and transfer the pitch. The ownership is where you and I, the ownership, fans are partly owners of the pitch. Last time I encouraged you that you can equally, with just about £50 or £100, you can invest and be a part of the pitch ownership. Do you get it? So the pitch belongs to the fans. And so if they want to move the pitch to another location, unless they agree to change ownership of the club, which you and I will not agree, and then the pitch also belongs to someone else. So this is the challenge. What would this new ownership do? If they have to move the club, then they will have to move the pitch. That means that the new site that Chelsea club will have to go to, the ownership must agree that the current pitch owners will own the same pitch. The current pitch owners will have to own the same pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much time. Think about it carefully. We are seeing United building a new stadium, 100,000 seater capacity. Chelsea, what is the way forward? This is where we are locked up. Maybe I have to make time and come back again on this issue. But for now, it is what it is. Dear friends, remember Pogba, from this month, he is now ready to start pro football again. His ban has been lifted. He's now qualified to start a pro game. Pogba, with his current form, Pogba can now officially play pro football again from today. Still available as a free agent. His ban is definitely over. Chelsea fans, what do you think? Do we need a player like Pogba in our midfield? Well, for me, he's still a good player. Giving him the opportunity, I believe that he can impact. Partnering with Caicedo, you can just imagine. I know you will disagree with me. Guys, I'll see you all in the next one where you see me. Shalom and peace.